In the last lecture, we start with the DFA and we see the type 2 problems that in the DFA, or type 1 problem in DFA and type 2 problems in FA. So this is the not a type, but for consider our understanding and consideration, we the whole finite automata divided into different types. So this last lecture we start with ends in problem. We see the first example of ends in problem. Now we see the second example of a DFA to ends in problem. So design a DFA where input is valid if it ends in babb string. So we have to design DFA where the input string is ends with babb string. So now we start with the solution. So firstly we write a theory. In theory we write the definition of DFA. So DFA stands for deterministic finite automata. It is a simple mathematical model. In DFA, we know the each state has, or each input symbol has a only one transition. So the DFA is a simple and quickly understand, and DFA is a simple or easy to understand. So this is the definition of a DFA, and in DFA each state for each input symbol has only one transition. So this is the key point of a DFA. So in DFA each state for each input symbol has only one transition. Remember always. For understand which problem we ask, when we give an exam problem, so we find to this diagram is a NFA or DFA. So always remember each input symbol has only one transition, which is a DFA, or each state for each input symbol one or more than two transitions, or 0, 1 or 2 or more transition, that is a NFA. So DFA is each state, each input symbol has only one transition. So next part is a logic behind that problem. Logic is, here is the input symbol is given as a AB, output is a S, no, either yes or either no. States, so states are QS, which is a starting state, then Q0. So we give a string babb. So for finding state we split this string into many substrings. So firstly here is a or B given, so we have to find ends in. So the strings that ends with A is contain having a state Q0, then Q1 having ends with B. This ends with A string, ends with B string having a state Q1. For Q2 we divide this string. So here is a first one is a BA. We check for BA. We check firstly B. So B is here we take a state for B. So we take a state for BA. So this ends with BA. Then we check next thing, that is a BA. This is BAB. So Q3 state for ends with BA B, and last one is BA-BB. Q4, which is our final state, because we find two strings that ends with BA-BB, so that ends with BA-BB. For finding the solution of ends in problem, we have given a string, so split that string is a one by one. So first we split B, so B having a, we firstly consider the Q1 state, so here is it for ends with B. Then we check for two states, that is a BA, so we take state for BA, then again for BA-BB, and then for whole string. So this is the logic behind the problem. Next part is a implementation. In implementation, we draw the transition table. So this is our transition table. Here is a states, here is a input symbol. We have two input symbol, that is a second one is a B. We have a state QS, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Q4 is a final state. QS is a starting state. Q4 is a final state. QS is a starting state. We check for this. We know this is for ends with A. For understanding, we write here ends with A, ends with B, ends with BA, ends with BAB, and ends with BAB. This string for this. So we taken A from upper side where it's a. So always remember QS states. So here is A having ends with A having a state Q0. So here is a Q0. When we taken upside from B, so B having which state having ends with B, here is a Q1 that ends with B, so here is a Q1. Then we take ends with A, so here is a ends with A, and we take string from upside, so here is AA. We check for AA, we have not any state for AA, so we cut first string, so remaining is A. So we have A for a state Q0, so Q0. Then we check, taken A from here, upside B. For we check AB, so we having a not any string for AB, so we cut A. Then remaining is a B having a state Q1. So ends with B. We take A from upside BA, so we having a state for BA, so this state is a Q2. Then we check, here is a B, we take B from upside, so we check, we have a not string for BBA ends with, so cut first B, then for check B, so here is a Q1. Then we take BA, then we check for A, so here is a for BA, no here is a string, so we cut. For AA no string, so check for A has string, that is a Q0. Then we check BA upside B, so BAB we have a state, that is a Q3. Then we check BABA, so BABA we have not any state, so we cut this. So ABA not having any state, so we cut this. BA for having a state, that is a Q2. And then we check BAB upside B, so BAB we have a state BAB, so that is a Q4. Then we check BABBA, we having not state for B whole string. Then ABBA no any string, for BBA no any, for BA we having a state Q2. Then we check BABBB, for check BB no state, ABB no any state, BBB no any state, BBB no any state. For B we having a Q1. So this is a transition table for this problem. So we see this QS and Q0 state having a same input state. So that state we merge both state. We know having a merging rule. In merging state we have a rule to be merged those state which are the final state will be merged, or non-final states will be merged. One final or one non-final states cannot be merged. So always remember, final merge with each other, non-final state merge with each other. So these both are a non-final states, so that are the merge with each other. So our new transition table is, so this is our new transition table after merging. So we merge QS and Q0 state. So we make a starting state to the Q0 because we merge QS and Q0, and for merging for both we named as a Q0. So we draw for this transition diagram. So we have a state Q0 which is a starting state having a always arrow, remember. Then Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Q4 is a final state always in a double circle. So we have first transition from Q0 to Q0 is known as a self transition. Then next transition is Q0 to Q1, then Q1 to Q2, Q1 to Q1, that is a self transition. Q2 to Q0, Q2 to Q0, then Q2 to Q3, Q3 to Q2, Q3 to Q4, Q4 to Q2, Q4 to Q1. So this is a transition diagram for this problem. So here is the transition diagram. So this is the diagram for the string that ends with BA BB string.